Hello there everybody, Coach Adam from Restore Physical Therapy and Fire for Effect Athletics here to talk today about unilateral movements. Now, in our previous videos we've spoken about what's known as bilateral or multi-joint compound movements that traditionally can be done with either a barbell or using both appendages simultaneously. So we're using both legs to perform a deadlift, for instance, a clean, and or a squat. You can also perform, of course, an overhead press. But when we're talking about these movements, we also have to think about all the little deficiencies or compensations that we start to build as we are developing either our rehab programming and further getting back to that high quality of life, or trying to push our limits in an athletic setting. Now, what are we talking about when we discuss unilateral movements? As you can see, I'm using both legs simultaneously, using both arms simultaneously to perform these lifts. But say one side is a little bit weaker than the other, right? Of course, there's no such thing as getting a true 50-50 split from side to side, but we're going to try our best to do so and accomplish that. Of course, I'm going to do everything I can to prioritize these multi-joint compound movements like the deadlift, squat, and overhead press clean that I just performed, but I also want to think about any type of supplementing movements that can help me fill in those gaps and those puncture holes in my chain link that I'm trying to build, a strong suit of armor to continue to strengthen myself and keep me happy and healthy for the long run. Now, of course, I can turn any of these variants with any of these lifts. So for example, if I'm talking and discussing about the deadlift, I can turn this into a single leg RDL. I have, of course, my kettlebell right here. I can use both arms, or I can use one arm to now focus on this extension back and through. Say that's a little too difficult, no worries. I can regress that movement, focusing on this front leg, and now shift back. And as you can see, hip hinge, again, putting as much force on that back leg as possible as I'm doing this. Same thing if we're talking about a squat. Of course, I can do a traditional goblet squat as I'm going through this range of motion, but I can also, again, create a split squat. Of course, I can go Bulgarian, but that is a rather advanced movement. So I can also just focus on just a standard split squat, just like my split RDL as well. Same thing can be considered for any of my upper body movements, and because of which allows me to supplement as well as further, focus on building not only strength, but also stability with this. Our big muscle groups, so if we're talking about our legs, glutes, hamstrings, quads, love stability. They want to be able to move and produce and generate power as efficiently as possible. That's where your stabilization muscles come into play. And especially if I'm looking at any of these type of unilateral movements, help build that stability. Of course, with anything, when we're talking about the overall mobility aspect, we have both one, flexibility on one side, and two, stability. By doing these types of unilateral movements, we are working on both. One, helping promote range of motion. Two, helping also promote stability, balance, and what's known as proprioception, our ability to understand where our body is in three-dimensional space. If you have any further questions, comments, concerns on how you can better develop either one, your rehab protocol, two, further advance your athletic performance, please feel free to reach out to Restore Physical Therapy and Fire for Effect Athletics. Thank you so much, y'all, and we'll see you soon. Take care.